Andy Johnson, Minnesota State University. This is about teaching, in quotes, morality, moral reasoning, or moral values. And a value and morality is different than a behavior or refraining from behavior. Here are some parental factors that has been shown to develop moral reasoning. This also relates to teachers. You're sensitive and responsive to the child's needs, physical needs and emotional needs. That's related to Erikson, his stages. You are emotionally involved versus distant. Emotionally involved is sharing your own emotions and helping the child understand his or her. You trust the child to make some decisions. You accept the child's individuality. You don't expect them to be this or that. You don't try to make the child something. You allow the child to grow and to be. Having discussions and interactions, not talking to, but listening. Communication is equal part listening and sharing. You listen to and validate the child's opinion. Doesn't mean you'll have to always agree, but children have opinions and they develop as they grow. Yes, you have rules, but they are rules with reasons. And you let the children know what the reasons for those are. As a parent figure or a teacher figure, you do have power, but you use that power as little as possible. I am the teacher, that's why. And then you allow the child to assume some responsibility. It's kind of give him or her as much rope as they can handle. You model the behavior that you want children to develop or learn. They learn what they live. You model perspective taking. What do you think that person is thinking? You explain. If the child does something wrong, you enter a teaching mode to teach the correct behavior instead of just punishing. I'll give him a spanking, that will teach him. Well, it doesn't teach. To teach means actually to explain and to teach. You want to create autonomous, moral individuals that they can think and reason by themselves, not rule-conforming robots who just refrain from stuff. Autonomous, moral individuals are able to reason morally even if you are not there. So you have a set of principles that you base negative and positive behaviors. You don't have a rigid compliance to the rules. Here are 3 things that don't work for parents and at home. Simply giving rewards does not work. Preaching is not very effective. And just simply punishing bad behavior. That's not effective for developing moral reasoning. Things that work in a classroom or school, a democratic community where children are able to have practice making choices. Principles-based versus rules-based education based on this principle of compassion or hard work. This is what we need to do. Social interaction where children have a chance to practice moral reasoning. In multi-age classrooms, that works out well because students can hear the moral reasoning of older students. Cooperative learning activities where they have to seek to negotiate and reason within a small group. Freedom to express ideas. Now, it doesn't mean total freedom to express anything you want, but they need to have practice expressing what is and isn't appropriate and having opinions and questioning current values and practices. That's how they develop their own. Respecting diverse viewpoints. Okay, not everyone may agree with this. Good people can disagree, but this is what I think. Conflict resolution models where you teach students strategies and steps for resolving conflicts that they have. And teaching and correcting versus punishing. Instead of walk down the hall, we walk down the hall because we might hurt people if we run. All right, you're teaching the correct behavior. And then moral dilemmas and values clarification activities that I will show you in the next video. Things that don't work: direct instruction about behaviors and morality by itself, moralizing, preaching, thinking you're going to transmit your values to other people. that doesn't work very well, and simply punishing bad behaviors exclusively. I don't mean to say there shouldn't be consequences for behaviors, but if your plan to manage behavior and develop positive behavior is just whacking kids or making bad things happen, it's not going to work. As soon as the fear of punishment leaves, the behavior reappears.